Hello figure fans, Guild Gilness here with another 3 for 10 Toys episode, and today we are looking at the Ninja Assassins and Defenders by Select Merchandise, a line from back in 1985. Kind of an obscure line. I never knew about it until, last year, 2024 it was. Ran into this character right here at a show. Was not carded, was loose. In fact, here's the loose version right here that I actually bought at the show. And I had no idea where it was from. The vendor that I bought it from also didn't have a name of the line at the time. So to me, it was just a cool figure, a vintage figure from the 80s. It was obviously from the 80s. I just kind of had to have it. So I negotiated the deal. I didn't do too bad on the price, I don't think. This one actually came with a lot of accessories, which I don't have on him right at this very second. But it was a pretty good deal. And from there, I started researching these things, trying to figure out what they were. And eventually I came upon the name Ninja Assassins and also Ninja Defenders, which is actually the good guys. So the Assassins are the bad guys, and the Defenders are the good guys. And they all come with a series of weapons, the cloth outfits as you see there. And also they come with hoods too, which are very hard to come by. I've seen a couple on eBay in my searches, but very expensive for just a very small piece of cloth. So I've passed on those for now. Maybe one day I might come across the hoods and might go for them, but we'll see. Also the accessories, they come with a lot of accessories. So this one here in particular, it's carded, but it's not carded. As you can see, the bubble is loose, but you'll see these figures come with quite a bit of different accessories that you can put with them. There's a sword, ninjas, right? Sword. It's interesting, this particular piece here is a backpack with arrows in it. It's supposed to go around and obviously tie on to the figure, much like a lot of accessories like this did in the 80s for action figures. But this does not fit any of these figures, even with the cloth outfit off. It just does not fit. So I don't know if that was just an error. Maybe these figures aren't exactly the most detailed and well produced, so it could be that too. You can get it on them, but it's very tight, or the strap doesn't come over. So I've left it off. But here's another example. This is actually Strykor is his name. This one's in a little better shape than the one that I had bought at that show that got me going on these. He's got his gauntlets there. He's got his knife on his thigh, which most of these figures do. And yeah, he's just in really good shape, and I have a lot of the accessories for him. Now, you hear me refer to multiples of these. So there they are. The Assassins, the Defenders. There's 5 of each. And each one of them, like I said, comes with these accessories. And you'll see on the back here, it's supposed to show you, I suppose, what accessories they come with. But when you look at pictures online of carded examples, they all have different weapons than what you see here. So I think the weapons are kind of thrown into the package. I don't think there was any real rhyme or reason. I think obviously they do come with swords because they're ninjas, so I think every one of them should probably get the sword and maybe the knife that goes on the thigh, because they all have that available on their thighs. So I think that those are maybe 2 of the more common accessories. And you see the hoods on those guys. All right, so now we've seen the card back. We've seen one of the figures here. We've seen some of the accessories. And we've definitely seen plenty of Strykor. How about one of the defenders? Here we go. This guy is Rotund San. So he's one of the good guys. See, I have his thigh holster for his knife, but I do not have his knife. And again, no hood. So there you go. There's one of the defender guys. We'll see another one. This is Wipeout. I don't have his cloth shirt, so still on the hunt for that. Oh yeah, so these do also have battle action. You see on the back there, underneath their cloth shirts are these action levers. They all have them. There it is on the back there, and they all, so some of them, some of the actions, these are old. Remember, these are 40-year-old figures, so I guess the actions sometimes don't work very well. That one works. So there you go. So yeah, you can take these cloth shirts off of them, and they've got some pretty detailed sculpting underneath some of them. So it's a pain in the butt to get these off, by the way. So forgive me if I don't show you every single one of them. Oh, here's a good example. This is another one of the good guys. So this is kind of like a Rambo one. Right? He looks like Rambo. Well, his name is Ringo, so that's close, right? He's not supposed to have that. That's just happens to be a burn mark on this particular figure. I found this one, believe it or not, in a bin at a flea market recently. The Elephant's Trunk flea market here in Connecticut. Was just sitting in a bin. I couldn't believe it. It was one of the last ones that I needed. I was getting ready to buy him off of eBay, and boom, he shows up just in a random bin. And I bundled him in with a whole bunch of other little figures from the same bins, and there you go, added them to the collection. But this is a good example because it shows you the backpack and how it just really doesn't fit. See that? It doesn't come all the way around. So I think you can do this part. I might have said the other way around, but you can do this part here, but you can't really get this part here. So, you know, it kind of fits, I guess. So there you go, that's Ringo. Then we have Mentor. This is like, I guess, one of the leaders, the big head guy, the boss of the good guys. So I got a sword for him, and his knife and holster. This one's a little more complete. He's pretty cool. He's one of my favorite ones out of the line. And then we have Tyro. This is the last of the good guys. Now Tyro is kind of interesting because he's got this really odd sculpted foot here. So when you try to stand him up, he just doesn't stand very well. You gotta put him in this weird, you gotta kind of lean him. So I don't know if maybe this is just an odd occurrence or whatever, but it's kind of annoying that he won't stand very well. There's Tyro. Now let's take a look at the bad guys. The assassins. This is Pincer. It's kind of like a bug, right? So I'm missing a whole bunch of stuff for him. I don't have his tie that goes on his shirt here. But this is a good one. We can show you a little bit more detail of what they look like underneath. There you go. Yeah, that's some cool stuff. So yeah, he's really cool. The bad guys are awesome. You'll see as I go through them here. So that's Pincer. And we already looked at Strykor a million times. So we know Strykor. He's one of the bad guys and my first ninja assassin defender. Then we've got the aptly named Werewolf. This one's in pretty good shape. Missing his knife. No sword. Obviously no hood. None of them have hoods. But yeah, he's in decent shape. The Werewolf. Very, very cool looking figure. Next one of my favorites, Terminator. No licensing issues there, right? Terminator. So he's got his knife and his holster and a sword. He looks really, really cool. Definitely one of my favorite ones. You see he's got sort of techno thing going on his shirt here, and he's all kind of robotic. So he's definitely one of the cooler characters. So that's Terminator. And then finally, the big boss, the big bad of the bad guys, is Reaper. Now, I love skulls. Always love that kind of like symbol, the skull, like Punisher or what have you. So this is definitely one of the top favorites of the ninja assassins and defenders. So he's really, really awesome. Again, no knife, no sword yet, but a really cool figure in this line. So there they are, the Ninja Assassins and Defenders. Again, this is from Select Merchandise Incorporated and was a line back from 1985 that you might have seen in stores. Kind of obscure. I don't remember ever seeing these figures, but there's 10 of them. They're loaded with accessories. That's my next venture with these things, is to buy some accessories. I don't think I'm going to go too crazy with them because of what I said earlier, how I think the placement of the accessories are pretty random. So I'll probably get a sword for each, the knife for each, and that's probably going to do it. And maybe a few others here or there just to have them, just so I have one of each accessory. I am missing the gun accessory. I have at least one of each of all the other ones, but I'm missing the gun. So that's definitely on the list. But I'm happy to at least have all of these figures. I have all 10, missing some stuff, but that's fine. The whole set's here. I have a sort of carded example of one of the assassins in Strykor, as you see here. And I would really, really love to get a carded example of one of the defenders as well. Maybe Mentor or Ringo would be kind of cool. So I'll be on the lookout for that for sure. But I really thought you guys would like to see this. This is such a cool line. Be on the lookout for them. So that's it for today, folks. Ninja Assassins and Defenders from Select Merchandise Inc. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Please also like and subscribe and select that alert button for new videos, and comment, tell your friends and all that good stuff, and check us out on all the other socials. Go to 3for10.com and you'll find all the links there to get to all of our social media. Thanks everybody. We'll see you next time.